So we are going to take some time and go through some concepts here as we look at different products, as we see how to construct policies, as the industry changes. Things change, right? Things progress over time. The thing is, if I have a certain strategy or product or theory or whatever, and it is extremely effective today, it's dynamite, it's number one in the industry, does that mean that I should stick with that method forever? And will it still be number one in the industry tomorrow? Probably not. Eventually, things are going to happen that innovate that idea. Competition is going to look at it and see how they can improve it and continue to progress forward. Okay, where am I going with this? So obviously we're in the life insurance industry, maximizing cash value life insurance policies. When we look at business in general, firstly, we've got an invention, right? So if we look at when something was invented all the way through 2020, what do we have? Well, let's look at the airplane. The airplane came out, and what was the first airplane like? Yeah, right? You were outside while you're flying it, right? The two brothers flying the plane. So was it efficient? Yes, it got people from A to B much faster. Time progresses. Airplanes over the years were used for travel. Commercial jets became more efficient, moved much faster. All the way through 2020. Now I can get a 757 jet, which is almost like having a house in it as well. Some of these things that I've seen pictures of, it's like you've got a full-blown home in it, people sleep on it. It's a house, a $30 million house or a $100 million house, depending on the size. But the progression from when it was first invented through 2020, huge progress, right? And if speed's your key, if speed's what you're after, now you see some of these jets, you can even take it the next step to a spaceship, a rocket ship, and really just take off. Landlines, right? So telephones, how we all communicate. Started with a landline, turned into a flip phone. Remember those? Yeah, I remember those things. Primarily for making phone calls and then text messages. Then smartphones came out. We could even add on top of this, computers. Half the time, we don't even need to talk on a phone. I can talk to someone on my computer or my tablet, whatever it might be, through a Zoom call, through a Skype meeting. We've got apps where we can just talk with a video message as well, FaceTime. Point being, look at the progression. Am I still going to use a landline today? Some do. Nothing wrong with it. They've got their advantage, but a smartphone is way more efficient. You can do a lot more, much faster too. Remember, with smartphones, look at the Apple product, iPhones. They talk about dominating an industry. There's a time I was so opposed to that device. I'm like, I don't like Apples. I want to stick with my Android. Eventually, I gave it a shot, and then I fully converted. Now I got two iPhones. It's like, oh my goodness. One's for work and one's for personal. Let me spend time with my wife when I want to spend time with my wife. When it comes to travel, first we had a horse. Horse and buggy, right? What did that turn into? Cars with gasoline, right? In the 1960s, 1970s, even before that, right? Fuel. Today, still have cars with gasoline, but where are things going? You've got electric cars. Look at Tesla. Just taking off, and a lot of other companies have already gotten in and are really getting in that game. Why are they doing that? There's a reason. They see where the industry is going, where the trend is going, increasing the efficiency of the product, of the travel, right? Now, obviously we didn't invent horses, but it's more so how do they improve the product in itself once the car, the automobile was created. Okay, finally, whole life insurance. Whole life insurance is a product that has worked forever, since it's been around, right? 200-year-old product. It's beautiful. Dividend paying whole life. A lot of advantages there. As time has passed, not looking at IULs, no universal life, sticking with the same core product of a whole life insurance policy, what do we see? What was added to it? Paid up additions rider. This is a means to accelerate the cash value of a policy. Then we've got other riders. Maybe it's an indexed rider, term riders, 1-year term riders, a million things we can use to still keep the core fundamental product, but enhance it, grow the cash value quicker. There we go, term blends with PUA riders. It's the same product at the end of the day. Really, how I look at it is to say, okay, just like when an airplane was first invented, I'm not gonna go fly a metal and wooden aircraft across the country or across the state. No, I'm going to book a flight, or if I've got a 757, I'm gonna get in that thing and fly there. Way more efficient, way more comfortable, puts me in a better position. Same thing with life insurance. You can take a whole life insurance product. There are certain ways that it used to be done, and you can still do that and it'll work. But looking at it to say, okay, can I make adjustments here to maximize the policy? We talk about policy design, how often? Probably sick of hearing me say it, right? Different companies, maximize, minimize premium, maximize PUA, all that good stuff. But conceptually, it's the exact same thing. Concept, I've got the idea of what I can do with this policy, but then how do I optimize, right? How do I add all the bells and whistles without taking on any risk or anything like that, and then just go full speed on that 757. So, hope you enjoyed this. We'll talk to you soon. Guys, Steve Parisi here. If you enjoyed the content you just saw, please subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell for future videos. If you'd like more information or to see some custom policies for yourself, feel free to call or email our offices at the contact information below.